week 3 of the fantasy baseball season, and here's a few pitchers I look to sell and trade this week. So right here, obviously, I'm not just going to trade these guys off for anything, but right now, while they're at peak value, it's perfect time to sell them high. The first guy, Justin Steele of the Chicago Cubs. So Steele, one of the top prospects over the last few seasons in the Cub organization, and so far in the season, off to a great start. 19 innings, 2-0 record, 19 Ks, a 1.42 ERA, and an 0.84 whip in 3 quality starts in his first 3 outings. So Justin Steele, he's going out there. And last season, he did have chances with this Cub team, but obviously he wasn't doing much. But now this year in the early going, he's off to a great start. So the first few outings for him, April 1st versus the Brewers, 6 innings in that one, 3 hits, no runs, a walk, 8 Ks, a quality start. April 8th versus the Rangers, 6 innings, got the win, 4 hits, a run, 4 walks, 3 Ks, a quality start. And April 14th had a great Dodger lineup, 7 innings, got the win in that one, 3 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 8 Ks, a quality start. So obviously he's versed pretty solid hitting teams in the first 3 outings here, Steele. But this Chicago Cub team don't score that many runs this season. Not a lot of people thought they'd be a decent team this year. But hey, so far they're doing all the right things as the Cubs. But I just don't see Justin Steele lasting this whole season as a top starter in fantasy baseball. So right now, while he's riding high, I think you could get a good hitter for him. And we know a lot of injuries so far in the early going at the pitching position, where teams are willing to give up a good hitter for a guy who's on the rise right now, even though I don't think he's going to keep up these top numbers. So right now, while Justin Steele's playing great baseball, and I think you could get a solid bat for him in a deal. This will be a time to do it. The next guy, Sonny Gray of the Minnesota Twins. So Sonny Gray, it's been a weird career for him. He'll have some great years, and then some years where he looks like one of the worst pitchers in all the major leagues. But so far this season, 17 innings, 2-0 record, 19 Ks, and 0.53 ERA, which leads the MLB. 1 whip and a quality start. So Sonny Gray, he's on a Minnesota team that's a middle-of-the-pack type of team, and they don't score a lot of runs, is this Twin team over the last few seasons. But Sonny Gray so far has gone out there and pitched well, but I think the number's a little bit overrated as well. 3 outings out of the first 4 for Sonny Gray are 5-inning ball games. 5 innings is a good start to most people, but to me, 6-7 innings you want to see your starters go. And though they're legit, because 5 innings, that's only twice around the lineup pretty much for most pitchers. So the first few outings here for Gray, April 1st at the Royals, 5 innings, got the win, 3 hits, no runs, 4 walks, a K. April 7th versus Houston, 7 innings, no decision, 4 hits, a run, a walk, 13 strikeouts, a quality start. April 12th versus the White Sox, 5 innings, got the win, 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks. And April 18th at the Red Sox, 5 innings, got the win in that one, 7 hits, a run, 2 walks, 7 Ks in that ball game. So right here, not going deep into games. Only 1 quality start so far in the first 4 outings here for Sonny Gray. And I know he mowed down a good Houston Astros lineup with the 13 strikeouts, but the rest of the games have been versus pretty weak hitting teams in Kansas City, the White Sox, and Boston. So right now, while he's pitching great baseball and leads the league in ERA, is Sonny Gray. It's a perfect time to sell him high this week. The next guy, Ashcraft of the Cincinnati Reds. So a lot of these pitchers on this list this week here don't have great run support behind them. And this Cincinnati Red team, they don't give Ashcraft a lot of run support. But another guy with a great ERA in the early going, 19 innings, 2-0 record, 17 Ks, a 1.42 ERA, a 1.16 whip, and 3 quality starts. So the thing with Ashcraft, one of their top prospects in the system coming up over the last couple seasons here at the pitcher position. And right now, he's off to a great start, Ashcraft, and some pretty decent matchups under his belt. April 2nd versus Pittsburgh, 7 innings, got the win, 4 hits, a run, a walk, 6 Ks, a quality start. April 10th at the Braves, pitched pretty decent in that one, 6 innings in that game, 6 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 7 Ks, a quality start. And then April 15th, the Reds offense exploded in that one, winning 13-0, 6 innings, got the win. 4 hits, no runs, 4 walks, 4 Ks, a quality start. So far off to a great start. But a lot of these young guys, they haven't pitched a lot of innings in their major league career. So by the All-Star break or a little bit after, I could see these guys falling apart. Even if they keep it going another 2-3 months before the break here. Guys like Ashcraft and Steele, who I mentioned early in the video, I just don't see them sustaining it the whole season. And like I said, they're on teams that they're not going to give them much run support. Even if they're giving them run support now, early in the season, when things pan out after the first 40, 50 games of the year, where you really know what a team is and stuff, that's when the run support won't be there. So right now, Ashcraft, while he's pitching good baseball, and I know one of the top prospects in the system, like I said, over the last few seasons. He's still a guy with sell high this week. Next guy, David Robertson, the closer of the New York Mets. So David Robertson's been perfect so far on the season. 8 1/3, 0-0 record, 4 saves, 9 strikeouts, no ERA, and an 0.48 whip. So right now, this New York Mets team playing pretty good baseball, winning a lot of close, grinded out type of games like they did last season as well. But Robertson, he's definitely up there in age, and we'll see if he could fulfill a whole season as a closer. I know last season he did it, but he had some bumps in the road, and so far it's been easy baseball for him with no bumps in the road for this New York Met team. And the chances will be there because this Met offense isn't all that great, even though I know a lot of people think it is. I think it's overrated, to be honest with you, where they're going to win a lot of close games, and Robertson's going to get opportunities. But like I said, he's up there in age. Last season, and I think we're going to see some tough games here where Robertson's going to have some trouble versus tougher teams when it comes to it. So right now, while he's pitching good baseball, and I'm not high on closes to begin with, that it's a crapshoot for the most part. If you could get an everyday bat for that David Robertson, this would be the time to do it. And the fifth and final pitcher I look to sell and trade this week here is Joe Ryan of the Minnesota Twins. So Joe Ryan, he's a guy, obviously, that last season he was pretty solid, no doubt about it, for the majority of the season with the Twins. 13-8 with a 3.55 ERA. And so far this season, 19 innings, 3-0 record, 26 strikeouts, a 2.84 ERA, 0.63 whip, and 2 quality starts. So right now with strikeouts have definitely gone on per inning this season. But like I said, obviously with Sonny Gray, this Twin team not going to score a lot of runs, and they're not a team where their pitchers are going to maintain it the whole season. So Joe Ryan right now, while he's playing great baseball, is another sell-high candidate. So the first few outings for him on the season, April 2nd at the Royals, 6 innings, got the win, 3 hits, a run, 2 walks, 6 Ks, a quality start. April 8th versus Houston, 6 innings, got the win, 3 hits, 4 runs, a walk, 10 Ks in that one. And then April 13th at the Yankees, 7 innings, got the win, 3 hits, a run, 10 Ks, a quality start. So no doubt about it, versus 2 legit offenses in Houston and the Yankees in his last 2 outings. Joe Ryan's gone out there and he mowed them down with huge ball games. And now I think he'll have another great game from Red Sox here today is Joe Ryan. So right now, while he's pitching great and coming off great outings versus 2 good hitting teams, it's a perfect time to sell him high. And I think you could get a starting pitcher and possibly in a bat in a 2-for-1 deal. So right now, while Ryan's taking the league by storm over the first few weeks of the season here, he's a guy who would sell high because I just don't see him sustaining it. And I don't always see the run support being there for him as well with the Twins. But none of these pitchers I'm going to dump just for anything. If the right deal's out there and you could sell them high and get overvalued, this is the time to do it. So that's a few pitchers I would look to sell and trade here in week 3 of the fantasy baseball season.